Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? I'm back. The missus is finally back at work. She's been poorly. She got well, though. She's not ready for work, though. Definitely not. But, guys, I want to talk to you about this. Because I've had the best news. We've had the best news. And it's still just a rumour, but it's looking like Hillary Clinton might enter the 2020 race. Please do it, Hillary. If you're watching this, if you're close to Hillary, please tell her. Please do it. It would make me so happy, and I'll explain why. I mean, who have we got? We've got Biden, who's getting screwed right now. He was the front runner and probably the only person that could actually beat Trump in terms of who's there and who's moderate enough and all the rest of it. But then his brain's failing him, isn't it? Quite blatantly. It's not funny. It's not nice. It's not good. But his brain is going, and he's losing interest and all that. And then he's got all this stuff with Ukraine, and he's taking a hit in the polls because of that. Sanders has just had a heart attack. There's no way he's going to be able to go up against Trump. He's got a good message in some regards, but people want good healthcare. You can't keep lying. You can't keep lying, guys. Oh my God, if America got something like the NHS, the uproar would be insane. Sure, you'd like the financial side of it. But the wait times, dying on waiting lists, the pay. We don't pay our NHS workers anything close to what they deserve. Yeah, no. But either way, I know a lot of people believe in Bernie and what he says and all the rest of it, but he's done. He's done, isn't he? Heart attack that he lied about, pulled his ads. He knows he's done. And then we've got Warren, who is just a complete fraud. I believe in capitalism. I believe in free markets. I don't believe in the corporate Democrats, though. I don't believe in protectionist statism that she stands for. Corrupt money and all that. She is currently pretending to be a progressive because AOC and all that, but AOC and all that will pull her down in exactly the same way that they do. They are with everyone in the DNC right now. They're destroying all of them. So, who are they going to turn to? Are they going to turn to Hillary Clinton? God, I hope so. So bad. Can you imagine the memes? Can you imagine? It would be so good. Round 2. That would be the most fun 2020 ever. Hello, David. How you doing, mate? Good morning, Graham, as well from Smoke Steve. He's stuck in traffic. Thursday night. Yeah. We'll be here Thursday. Don't worry about that. But yeah, back to Clinton. I don't think the Clintons necessarily killed Epstein. Do you think that's going to matter, though, in the debates? Do you think Trump's going to give his... It's going to be amazing. Please don't be a rumour. There are a couple of reasons why this might be happening. There is actually an investigation into Hillary now, a legitimate one. People have been avoiding it in the news, but a good way to avoid being investigated, as is happening with Biden, is by becoming a candidate for the presidency. Because then investigations into dodgy shit with the emails, and, we all know she's a criminal, and all the rest of it. All that stuff, you then have a deflection thing, because then it's like, oh, you're harassing your opponent, you're harassing the other candidate. So there is the theory that could be the case. But this is a great one here. Check out this clip. This is amazing.
Obviously, I can beat him again, but
so
this
good.
morning. So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again, but just.
I couldn't hear that. I don't know if it was up or down on here. It will have been down. Let's go again, just so I can hear it.
This morning. So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again, but, just...
Obviously, I can beat him again. That's the bit I wanted it for. Oh, my God. Obviously, I can beat him again. She says from the White House, no. This is why we need Hillary Clinton. This is why. Just nonsense like, obviously I can beat him again. This is why we need it. This is why we do. This double speak group think, just out and out lies. Out and out lies. Oh, there's people who still say Hillary is the president. Hillary won. They stand by it. They won't hear anything else. It's amazing. And we need this. You might not think you need it, but you do. And you know what? She could even win. She could win. That's the other side to why this would be amazing. I mean, I don't think she will. But there's some interesting things going on. The Democrats are not raising very much money at the moment. I'm going to get into the comparisons in a second. But Hillary Clinton, and I'm sorry this is Fox News, but it's the only one I could find. Hillary Clinton hosting DNC fundraiser with tickets priced as high as 50 grand. Obviously, this is Fox, but they do their reporting, so, it tends to be okay. The TV opinion stuff gets a bit ropey and all the rest of it. But you've got to ask yourself, why is she raising 50 grand? She hasn't announced. Once she announces, there's then heavy limits. But if she can walk away with $1 million for this as a general DNC fundraiser, that's going to catch her up very, very quickly in terms of TV spots and hiring workers and all the rest of it to do what they need to do for the propaganda. The other side, though, before we get too excited and think we're going to have a Hillary rematch, the other side to this could be the fact that the DNC isn't raising any money. No one gives a shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's the 25 million or so per candidate isn't chump change. But they're not doing well. They're not doing very well at all. And actually, I always try and find my sources. So I did some stuff with this where I was trying to find something other than Fox. So if I'm talking about this, I'll try and find like The Guardian or whatever. But I couldn't. The Mail had a little bit of a thing, but no one's talking about this 50 grand. I couldn't verify it. Whilst I was searching for it though, I came across this by Fox, and it's such an interesting sidebar on all this because Warren and Sanders raised significantly more money than Biden in the third quarter. Obviously, this is about the fact that Biden's slipping away because of the scandal. And it says, Warren and Sanders' grassroots fundraising strategy is paying off. Thank you, Vox. Thank you for this is what they do. They don't lie directly, but they frame things in such an astonishing way. Because, well, let's check it out, shall we? If we're talking about fundraising for 2020, Trump. I've just done Control F if you can't see it. So where's the Trump? Where's the Trump, eh? We got one there. Oh, there's another one there. Why is Trump tweeting about the mayor? A link out to Russian spies. Facebook is refusing to take down a Trump ad making false claims about Joe Biden. Trump ads, Trump, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, more links. He's Rage 20. He doesn't appear anywhere in the bulk of this story. And we've got here the Warren campaign announced it raised 25 million. 25 million again for Sanders. So with words like set the pace. Thanks primarily to small donors. They're creating that Obama narrative again, aren't they? Her campaign said they had over 940,000 individual donations in the third quarter. Amazing 24.6 million. Do you want to know how much Trump raised in the same time? Trump raised a record-breaking 75 million in the third quarter. Trump is out raising Obama. And that is through small donations. That is through grassroots support, if you want to frame it that way. It's really odd, isn't it, that Vox, it's full of stunning and brave reporters, haven't mentioned this. Why did you not mention this, Ella? You're trying to create this narrative, aren't you? Because you know that people jump in with winners. You know that you don't want to mention. Let's jump over the Wall Street Journal here. This is this is advertising on Google. In fact, I should have pulled up the Facebook one as well. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. But check this out with the... oh, no, phone. I didn't mean you. Oh, God, my phone's just listening to everything I say now because I said them. Let's get to this. Because this is... I described this on Saturday as... when you see the size of America's army and you see it like on a bar like this and you see the next 30 armies on the planet and it's all like... They all add up to America's. Well, this is Donald Trump right now in terms of his spending. Do you know what? I should have got the Facebook one up. I'm frustrated about it because the Facebook one is even more stunning. The Facebook one really is like the American military because he is outraising all of them combined. He is destroying the DNC by himself at the moment. Impeachment has backfired phenomenally so. So there's Donald Trump, Tom Steyer, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg. We've got Kamala Harris. She's still... You're out, love. You're out. You're done. Bless Sanders and Biden, not quite as much. And Tulsi, who I really wish would... I mean, she's never going to... No, you know what? She could. I think she could go head to head with Trump. I do. I honestly think that. But right now, in terms of 2020 being the most fun it could ever be, it's got to be Hillary. We've got to get Hillary. It'd be so good. The memes, the fight, the rage, the vitriol. So Bernie Sanders, he's just saying the same shit. He's gonna that you know, I know a lot of people are really passionate about him, and I know that you know, all the rest of it. Warren would fall apart instantly, as she always does. You know, she's very good when she's on message, but she'd just fall apart. He would destroy her. She'd be stood there waiting for Pocahontas because her team has come up with a great rebuttal. And he wouldn't even say it. He'd have something new that'd be completely left field. He'd wipe the floor with her. We need Hillary. We need a not giving a shit Hillary Clinton. It would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So much fun. John has said Bernie didn't have a heart attack. He had a lemonectomy. Oh, I can't say that. I'm sorry. To take the sour expression off his face. That's why I can't say it. Doctors are disappointed with the outcome. They have perfectly adequate health care in the UK. Oh, really? Do they? You might want to check the waiting list, mate. You might want to check the fact that they don't record deaths on waiting lists as deaths in the hospital. It's fine once you get in, if you make it. I'm telling you, man. Oh, it's perfectly adequate. Yeah, that's why nurses are going to food banks, mate. That's why if you work for the NHS, you are not allowed to strike. If you ever look at the NHS striking, please do it. Please, but go beyond the headline. Look into what they're doing. What they call striking is half the staff take the day off and stand outside, whilst the other half stay in and work twice as hard. You're not paying me enough to be able to buy a house or feed my fucking family. So, you know, oh God, I'm trying not to swear. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work twice as hard whilst my mate stands in the cold. That'll show you. Perfectly adequate. My ass. The NHS doesn't have basic respect for its employees enough to allow them to negotiate their wages. It is a joke. It is all decided from the top down. Unfortunately, healthcare costs money. It does. But we refuse to admit that. And it's weird, isn't it? You know what? All this stuff with privatisation. Oh, I didn't mean to get into all this. All this stuff with privatisation when they do it, and yet somehow these companies that take over the wards manages to pay 10 grand more a year. It's weird how that happens, isn't it? Almost as if there's phenomenal layers of red tape and management and faff just bolts onto the top of the NHS. Same thing that's happening in the education system. Bernie Sanders, but bless him, he does. You know what? I do think his heart's in the right place. I do. I think he honestly believes it. Not like her. She only liked the gays once the tide was turning. Oh, can you imagine that for the debates? Can you imagine? Because Trump is the first president in history, that includes Obama, to get into office being openly pro-gay marriage. It's not something that people are comfortable with knowing. I mean, obviously that's a default to the sign of the times and all the rest of it. But all of this stuff would just be amazing, wouldn't it? Amazing. Write to Hillary. Tweet her, say please run, please do it, please. It would be the best 2020 ever. It would be so much fun, and there's a small chance she could win. The whole media would be behind her, all celebrities would be behind it. It'd just be like the 2016, only more so, because Trump's got more support now. It's actually been a pretty good 4 years, hasn't it? It's not been too bad. He's not been perfect. You know, as long as you don't read his Twitter feed, the actual economy, the actual country, it's not so bad. It's going well. He's pulled troops out. He's trying to avoid war. These are good things, man. Oh, let's do it. Right, I'm going to boogie it. In fact, no. Should we talk about this really quickly before we do? Did you see the South Park? The band in China, BAND. It was really, really good. It was really interesting, really exciting. And it was South Park at its absolute best. You know, really cutting into the core of just ripping people. You know, it had all the things of communism and collectivism and how bad it really is over there. And Randy just trying to cross the board. It was so funny. Because Randy runs a weed business now. And just being the dumbass American idiot that he is, he just decides to go and sell weed to China. Obviously, that causes problems, as you can see by the story here. But China has done something amazing, something you never would have guessed. They've banned South Park completely. They have erased it from the internet. Something that our governments here are improving more and more in terms of those powers. This is what you want, by the way, with your cancel culture. This is where you're leading. We welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and hearts, the apology said. Long live the Communist Party. Here we go. South Park put a thing on here saying, let's read this. Official apology to China from Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. Z doesn't look like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode this Wednesday at 10. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China. Bless him. Good people. Well done, South Park. I love you to bits. Now, I'm really, really glad that South Park has highlighted this, because there's been in order for big budget films to be made, they have to walk a tightrope. And it's quite interesting because in China, it's a governmental thing. You know, it's very much, it's not culture, it's legal, it's official. You don't mention homosexuality. I remember Warcraft had skeletons taken out of it. Blizzard, by the way, they're in enough trouble, aren't they? Gamers are standing up for it, though, aren't they, after the Hearthstone thing? We actually believe in free speech, probably because gamers and people into gaming culture have been shat on in this regard for so long now. We're quick to jump. There's nothing to lose for gamers. It's like, fuck it. But you got to think, though, the other tightrope that media companies do walk is Western culture. Sure, it's not legal anymore. You know, the FCC doesn't breathe down as much as it used to. There isn't the same, well, in America, there is in this country a hell of a lot at the moment. There's a little bit in America, but they have to walk the line as well. They have to be really, really careful about putting gay people into a film. The ultimate irony of this sort of social justice movement for representation is if you do put a gay or a trans or a black character in there, you've got a very, very narrow field that you're allowed to portray them as, you know? And so, you know, whilst we are pointing at China and whilst we are saying, oh, China was selling out and all the rest of it, you've got to think of the balancing act they have to do. You know, all black guys, there's that trope now, isn't it, where black guys are just kind of like really, you know, like the good uncle, the wise uncle, like, you know, like they might have had a bad past that never really gets talked about, but they've certainly come good now and everything, and they're sort of scared to making the bad guys, aren't they? I mean, even Black Panther, you know, I mean, that was like working within limits but doing it very, very well. But we have to remember the reason why they go for the Chinese market is, for a start, Chinese people are racist as shit. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Oh, it's a minority. No, well, for a start, they're not a minority. There's loads of them. But secondly, they kind of don't care. Their word for SJW, I think it's something like, it's just like white liberal or something. It's just like this, you know, just crazy white people that lose their minds. There's a weird thing at the moment where we will cancel, we will shame, like they tried to do with the Joker, to the point where it's actually safer. If you're going to spend $150 million on a movie, it's actually safer now aiming it at the Chinese market. Because, yeah, it's censorious. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But also, it's consistent. At least you know where you stand with them. Don't mention Winnie the Pooh. No gays. You go easy on the gays now. All right. Avengers was good, so we'll allow it. I mean, who knows? Maybe that bit was cut out of the Avengers with the support group. But you know where you stand with them. In terms of Western media, you just don't know. You know, you can have you'll have a strong woman one time and then a strong woman the next time, and you don't know whether people are just going to be like, yes, Queen, or just like, this is disgraceful, and they'll refuse it and pull it and all the rest of it. And there's no consistency. There's no logic to it. So you know what? Yeah, we shouldn't be bowing down to China. We shouldn't, obviously. There's so many companies now. It's insane. There's just, the list is growing of, the NBA and Blizzard and all of them, all the Vans as well. You can't have, like, Hong Kong Vans now because they're all sucking on the teat. But the other side to that is because you haven't defended free speech. You haven't stood up against these censorious lunatics. Lunatics that are using cultural terrorism. Lunatics that are using big media like Vox, these lying bastards here, but people who are clicking on and sharing and buying into this nonsense and not reading this and going, wait, why have they not mentioned Trump? Maybe they are lying to me. Maybe this is a perspective. I don't know. If you don't want companies, big mass media companies, to kowtow to China, then you need to stand up to the knobheads at home. That's where it starts, baby. 100%. Anyway, Topper's saying, so we won't see a film about Latino versus black gang wars in Chicago. I hope we do. I want everything. Topper also said, I'm looking forward to a 2020 that has Trump back in. Of course he's going to win, but we just want it to be a good fight. We want it to be fun. You know, you could go full horrible with it. We're like, well, it doesn't matter who's in charge. They're all criminals. They're all puppets. You can go that way, or you can just enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? You just bring your thing down. Okay, yeah, on a greater scale, none of it matters. They're all corrupt. Just the very nature of becoming a politician corrupts you. But you can still enjoy the ride. You can still enjoy the tears and the panic and the propaganda. Hiya, Dominic, as well. Afternoon, you all right? But yeah, I'm going to boogie anyway, guys. But thanks for having me back again. I'm going to see you tonight for Hayden's big show. It should be going out. And oh, do you know what? I've not got it up. Just a sec. I was going to talk about the diversity thing at BAFTA. Fucking BAFTA, which is kind of like the British Oscars, if you don't know. They're saying they're not going to give out BAFTAs unless you're diverse, which again, this is why we go to the Chinese market. This is why this has happened. It's not just money. If you could just make a Rambo movie without people going, incels! The right wings. It's the right wings, and that is evil. We all know right wing is evil. If people could just calm the fuck down, they wouldn't need to rely on the Chinese market. They could flip the bird at them. But yeah, guys, just before I go, let me just remind you, Meet Space is happening Saturday, November 2nd. We got Richie Allen down there. We're going to be doing the show live, so not the desk show here like this, the proper desk show like on a Thursday, and you'll be there. You'll be there with us. We're going to have prizes. We've got gig tickets to give away. We got T-shirts, maybe some pins. I'm still arguing about that. Rants from me and Aiden, debates, but most importantly, the cameras are going to get switched off and we will involve you. This is going to sell out. There's only 9 tickets listed. I think there might only be 7 tickets because we've got people who've private messaged saying, please hold it till payday. So I think there's only actually 7 tickets left. If you want to come down, you want to be around people who don't agree with you, you want to hear things that you agree with, disagree with, whatever. We're going to be turning the cameras off. We're going to be having breaks. We're going to have fights, arguments, all the rest of it. If you do want to come down, you do want to do that, I would love to see you. And if you are going to, do it now. I want to have a conversation with Rich Allen about socialism as well, because I really don't get it. I don't get it. He talks about free speech. He talks about personal responsibility. He talks about respecting the worker. And yet, for some reason, he identifies as a socialist. I'm going to be getting to the bottom of that if I can. Guys, November the 2nd, please don't forget, share our clips, comment, click like, all that other nonsense, so that we can continue beating the current YouTube algorithm, which has been a bastard. They're really, really, really pressing down on us. But the views are going up, subs are going up because of you. Thank you so much. Guys, I'll see you tonight for the big show, 10 p.m. UK time. See you later.